Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Brief.
A tense air filling the country this morning amidst heightened security. Leading Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu getting set to kick off his trial in Jerusalem. The first criminal trial facing a sitting Israeli Prime Minister. Israelis preparing for a new normal in their leader's schedule.
אני חושבת שזה בעייתי שראש הממשלה הולך למשפט וההתעסקות שלו תהיה לרוב בזה. אבל אני גם מאמינה שביבי נתניהו כן ידע לנווט את הדברים, ועד עכשיו הוא הוכיח את עצמו, ואני חושבת שהוא ימשיך להוכיח את עצמו.
Netanyahu facing 7 counts total of fraud, breach of trust, and bribery. Netanyahu, as always, denying any wrongdoing.
וגם כאן, אתם יודעים איך זה יסתיים. לא יהיה כלום, כי אין כלום, ולא היה כלום.
Well, among his supporters, Netanyahu loyalist and newly elected Internal Security Minister Amir Ohana, taking to Hebrew News Saturday night, repeating arguments that the trial is a politically motivated witch hunt.
לא מאמינים לתזה. זה לא שאנחנו תומכים בשחיתות, אנחנו מתנגדים לשחיתות, אבל אנחנו לא מאמינים במקרה הזה. אבל פה אנחנו מאמינים שנעשה עוול גדול, והעוול הוא לא לבנימין נתניהו, העוול הוא למחנה הימין.
Similarly, other Likud MKs are lashing out at Attorney General Mandelblit, who indicted Netanyahu, while accusing left-wing media of doing everything to get a picture of the prime minister in court because they didn't know how else to beat him at the ballots. Critics are both for and against the prime minister, however, with several groups of protesters again popping up across Jerusalem, and opposition leader Yair Lapid calling out the right for its alleged incitement. In a tweet, Lapid writes, one after another, Likud ministers rose to broadcast in the last day with one goal: to threaten the judges and incite violent statements against the law authorities. It's the only coup attempt that's going on here. Netanyahu and Gantz, it's your duty to go against it and to make clear that you won't let Mandelblit or the court down. Mandelblit last week filed a police complaint over death threats and other messages in what he calls an organized campaign. In any case, Courtroom 317 is set to be abuzz today as Netanyahu officially hears the charges filed against him and enters his plea. More and more Israelis returning to normal life this weekend, enjoying the heat wave as best they can, while coronavirus restrictions further ease. Beaches, eateries, and select businesses across the country opening their doors for the first time in months. Tens of thousands even arriving to the coast of the Sea of Galilee, reaching its capacity. Likewise, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, set to reopen for the first time since March, hosting ceremonies with up to 50 people at a time in order to maintain 2-meter distancing measures. Though only priests and select others were allowed inside, while the public is still barred entry. But so then, is COVID-19 behind us? The answer, unclear. Overall, virus cases are still on a downwards trend with 279 deaths and less than 3,000 active cases in the country, 39 of whom are on ventilators. Over 14,000 people have recovered. But some outbreaks are still being reported. A resident of a Beersheva nursing home, which has already been hit by the virus, is now testing positive after falling ill overnight and heading to hospital. Meantime, neighboring Gaza is also easing restrictions despite slightly rising infection numbers and its first virus death, a 77-year-old Palestinian woman. Restrictions, particularly on prayer, are lifting, though, amidst the Eid al-Fitr holiday, which closes out the month of Ramadan. Amidst one of the toughest travel bans on earth due to the coronavirus, a group of Israeli rabbis are taken to the skies on their way to Argentina, but not for some vacation. Argentinian beef exports have been slowed to a crawl, especially with the EU and China. But Israel, Argentina's third largest client, is still open for imports, provided the beef is properly blessed and kosher. So putting together a special flight, the rabbinical travelers leaving Israel for a tour of Argentina's meat-packing plants. Now, under normal circumstances, the Israeli rabbinate requires an Israeli team to certify kosher imports anyway, and a team typically comes to inspect at least twice a year. But this trip is especially important amidst a current lack of certified rabbis for local and other kosher markets too.
That's all for now, but for more news from Israel, remember to like ILTV on Facebook and on Instagram, and to subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.